We now return to SimCity 4. And, I thought we were done here. We're definitely not. There's a few more things that need fixing before we can move on. The biggest one, probably, is this. The rail line apparently got broken at some point, and it's not it at all. Now needs to be there. Reconnected, so now it actually goes out of town this way. I found that out by trying to drive the train. Another thing I want to do eventually is actually run the rail out this way so it connects up to this region over here. We will leave that for another day. I did not do this. Somehow I completely missed that one. And I didn't take this all the way up here. Another thing, I'm not a fan of this. Looking at it from here really distorts the angle. I really need to get in the habit of looking at it from other angles, because as you can see, this is an incredibly steep turn up here. So I think I will eventually eliminate that and maybe extend this road up here instead. And then this farm goes up a wacky hill too. So what I'm thinking is I'll eliminate all of these farms and then maybe cut this in half and then do like a semicircle farm here on both sides. If I fiddle with farms anymore, I'm going to do that off camera on my own time, just because it's, especially if I'm going to extend that rail out, it's going to redo all these and everything. So we'll fix all that. But let's see, what else did I have here? Right, we need to fix the water as well. Apparently, there it is. Apparently, you actually have to connect the pipe into the tower for it to work. So now that's all good to go there. Which maybe now will mean that some of these evolve. I've noticed that we've actually got some medium wealth stuff down here. Not that. Oh yeah, well, so like it's medium wealth there. So, and we're getting education. Education is what makes your industry evolve. But I think like Dow Chemicals here, we get the 3x buildings and stuff when it's got like high land value and all that stuff. Industry should not have high land value. I'm kind of doing that wrong. But another thing, just for the sake of it, I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to give you less green and just more mean. I don't know, I think that looks better for an industrial thing. And what we're seeing here is kind of disappointing. I was looking at the transit, and really, most of this is all coming from the bus stations, which is cool. No one's commuting yet. That's fine, but it's also not really helping. And so my thought was just putting the bus stops kind of in high traffic areas, but I think it might behoove me later to put bus stops spread throughout, as should be the case. Okay, so we got that. Let's go ahead and also add in police station. Now we don't need it, but just for the sake of completing the actual city here. Yeah. We don't want a police kiosk. I think this is just meant for tamping down criminality in an area. But we actually need a police station if we expect them to actually go out and do anything. I guess I'll put it here on this end of town. Maybe, what about like the first thing? Because crime, let's see. Crime is sporadic, but it is mostly happening out in the farms. Like, here's where all the fights are happening. Got some pie throwing, a little bit of graffiti going on, probably near the skate park, I would imagine. Looks like. So I don't know. Putting it sort of central actually gets a lot of the stuff in town here. I was just thinking of trying to spread out this stuff a little bit. Because where's the clinic? The clinic is right here. Well, I guess we could. If I put it here and I expand its budget... Actually, this might be as far as it goes. A lot of crime out at the soccer field. Right, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Let's put it here at the edge of town. And let's see. Let's go ahead and fill in, even though they're not going to use this at the moment. Let's go ahead and fill these in. And then we will come in here, use that. We've already got too much of all of these types of zones. To that end, maybe I should just make this more park stuff. I'll save that just in case there's something that pops up later. Because I don't think I've got private school, casino's too big. I could just mash the convention center. Don't want any of that. Yeah, for now we'll fill it in. Alright. So yeah, that will never fill in, but now at least the city is all whole. Ready to go. Let's see. Oh, and I don't know what is going on here. The road labels continually disappear on me. I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if I'm putting them down and then I'm forgetting to save and then it just doesn't, or how this is working, but give that a main street. Central Avenue. And then I think I'll come over here and also label these ones as well. Let's label this. What side do I want these on? I guess this will be fine. We'll label this one Sunset Road, because it's in the west. And this one will be Sunrise Road. There. And then this one, I guess, could be... I mean, if it was going to be where the cemetery was, I would put Cemetery Road. There's usually also a front street in these little rural towns near the railroads, but we'll just keep that street labeled. I don't know, I'll come up with something for that. Let's get out of here now. First of all, I'm going to save to make sure those changes stick. Okay, now let's head back out to the region. Okay, another thing, we're going to continue the revisionism and just completely redo this because I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan of how this looks. And I was rethinking the whole lake thing. Let me get out of here. Because it is close to these, I want it to kind of extend, and I think that'll be a new thing for me. As I'm rolling these features in the terrain, I'm going to make sure that it will touch at least one other piece, so that when we reconcile edges and all that, it does something interesting. So I think I can just delete this. There, and then we start again. Hold off on that. We need to reconcile edges, they're already done. Okay, so let's go into now Lake. And I'm gonna give it, let's see, Shift 3 maybe. Give it just a little bit of an edge here. Stick that out just a little bit more. There. Now I should also be able to soften the edges here, so it's not such a cliff going down to the lake side. How's that look? That looks bad, like we just took out a big chunk here. Let's see if I can't maybe bring some of this back. I want it to at least have something of a shape. Let's see, grab. It's not really what I wanted. How about something like this? Kinda. And I just did the thing. Destroyed the road. We probably actually don't want that much of a hill. Anyway. Then we're gonna go back in here. Have another shot at this lake. Go down. Make it really deep out here. Try and get rid of that shelf if I can. See what this does. There, that's more like it. Kind of see the curve going on here. Okay, you know what? That's fine. Alright, so now let's redo this real quick. This is Ironville, Southwest. More. There. That way the road looks slightly nicer. And oh, damn it! I always forget to spam a bunch of trees. I wanted to spam some trees so that I had that already in place here. Oh, well. One thing that I did learn. You can put trees on properties and they will grow. There. And that's good because then I can just go ahead and put these down, and then just on the edge of the property lines I can put the trees in without having to leave that gap, and it actually does look a little bit nicer. Thing is, though, it doesn't account for stuff like, you know, roads. Pull that back just a little bit. What's the actual size of this? It's like 2560. Something like that, I guess. I guess we do have to let these go now. Let's do, let's see. Of course not. Huh? Why is that? That's kind of annoying. It'll let me do it there. It won't let me do it here. I guess it just doesn't like the angle. That doesn't explain why I won't do this one. Yeah. Well, crap. I don't care for that at all. What if we did something parallel? Perpendicular, whatever. Let's try and bring that in. So we'll just end up with a really weird looking thing here. We should probably have another. I was thinking maybe just extend this down. But for the sake of getting out, we should probably have something come in here. Alright, I hate it. But oh shit, I'm trying to do the wrong thing. There, we'll do that. And then hey, yeah, I hear you. We only need the one windmill, which I guess can go along the beach here. Maybe right there at the intersection. That's one. It's only screaming at me because of that. $560 was it maybe? Whatever it wasn't even 2880 maybe is what it was. I don't know. And that looks alright. I'm just trying to look at that. I guess we can have roads that don't perfectly grid, that's fine. Of course, the one I was just about to delete. Let's get this going a little bit faster here. Probably need to pause this to make this work, right? There. Okay. Let's just continue on here. Somehow this is making me less money. Come in here. That actually looks like that's fit there. I don't really need a road there, I guess. Because I can just make the big long strip then. Bottom side. I do, though, if I want this one to be... God, never mind. Means we can now put that in. That is a considerably sized farm. Maybe I should just let it go half and half. So, the way I understand jobs in the farms to work is that, yes, you get these buildings which have, you know, anywhere between like 2 to 10 employees, but then each tile, I guess, also is one person? I think that's how that works. Please latch onto these faster. Do another half and half farm. There's our money. That one didn't go yet. There's one. Come on, come on. There. Okay, cool. So I think that'll look a lot better. I mean, it just, the road thing looks a lot better. But not having, you know, like a centerpiece pond thing, I mean, this is overall better. So, let's go now. And we will exit save. Okay, let's do this one. Because I want to prepare this area, like the roads, so we'll prepare these two and get that ready for this one, and then this connector over here. Okay. Interesting. Is there a way I can fix that so it doesn't do that? Okay, so what is the feature for this one? 6. An island. Boy. An island, do you say? How do I want to interpret that? Maybe we could have a little bit of a crossing. Boy, I don't know. I was thinking maybe just a little bit of a crossing so we could have a tiny little bridge, but I don't know how well that's going to look in a city this size, or a plot this size. Okay, if edges have been reconciled, they look so... okay, first things first, to get an island, I'm just gonna have to, let's see, maybe pick, brush that size. Now I definitely want this to go, okay, maybe first let's work on, can't get the rail until I, or maybe just a little decorative island here. Here, tell you what, let's do this. Oops, that's not what I wanted at all. Damn it. I gotta get out of here. Come back in here. So when you go with soften, it goes back to default brush size. That's not really that cool. So I guess we'll just make a little something like that. I do not know if this is going to work out or not. We will pick the soften, soften, soften. Steep hill. 3, 2. Back in here to soften. I have no idea if that's gonna work. I have no idea. What if, oh, plateau, maybe? Kind of flatten it out a little? Maybe. Well, we'll give it a shot, I suppose. Okay, let's also give a little bit of hill variance, just to make things look nice. And this time, let's add some forests in as well. Just everywhere, especially around the lake. A little bit nicer. Alright. And in fact, we can even put some woodland animals around. Why not? Alright. Let's pop in now. This will be Meyerville Southeast. Put a pause on that. And now the big transportation thing first. Maybe let's not. Maybe, let's see, how do I. Oops. Keep forgetting WASD doesn't work. Okay. Shoot. Get rid of that too. We're gonna have to experiment here. Alright. Well, crap. So now I need to move the island over. Alright, let's do this real quick. Gotta be careful there. Grab the soften. I know there's a lot of mods for like pick something smaller here. For like roads and networks and stuff. I wonder if there's mods for landscape sculpting tools, because boy, this is kind of a pain in the ass. Alright. That size brush maybe. I also wish there was undo. Like, that alone, you know? That alone would be nice. I'm not a super fan of how the game just sort of decides, oh, well, this is how things are now, permanently. Then we were going to plateau this just a bit. Flatten that out. Alright, well. Oh, yep, I gotta not get ahead of myself. Also, you know, like the god form terraforming tools disappearing afterward. Well, there is a cheat actually. I forget what it is, but there is actually a cheat that allows you to go back into the major terraforming modes and whatnot. And boy, I might just want something like that. Gotta put in animals. Okay. Let's hope this works this time. So it's got to connect one time first. Yeah, this is definitely what we want. And then look in here. Like, I don't want something that's going to be super crazy. It's gonna connect. That looks a little tamer. Keep the bridge type. It does have to connect through here because it's got to go through this the neighbor connection. Is it going to go through the neighbor connection? Oh, God damn it. Doesn't seem like it wanted to connect right there. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Really? There we go. Remedy. Alright. Now I guess same thing with this now. A little bit further. There, now they run parallel. Except this doesn't work this way. Yeah, I don't know why. Of course I built it wrong. I mean, maybe this whole thing is wrong here, but now these ones are going to be really close. Okay, so the highway goes off that direction. Then we got to get this one going out. And now I wish I'd put more trees on this side, because I guess this part is just going to be empty. Let's do... We're going to have a bunch of really ugly looking ones here. So I can do bigger farms with smaller ones, or they can all be tiny farms. I mean, to make it look square, they're going to be tiny. Where are you taking me for this? We'll do some mixed. Stuff like that. Let's go ahead and open this. I guess we can do a line of trees there. Do something like that. Right. Electricity, windmill. You can just put the windmill right here. Right by the highway. Guess we will connect that. Good to go. Speed this up a bit. Okay. Alright, that one's not going to develop. Okay, let me put a pause on this one for a minute. Just run this one all the way down to here. Working on it. There. Okay, so that should connect. We can do ones over here. Let's do the little triple strip. This whole one is gonna be weird over on this side. It's fine. Faster. Faster. There. That one. There we go, finally. Just waiting on that one. Now, to help with the borders here, I guess I didn't do this. Over on the other side. Maybe I'll go back in and do that with the neighbors there. So kind of help give us a little tree line when these all grow in. Now see, that one could have used it, except that they look the same anyway. Okay, one more, and then we are done with this. Pause this so you don't get any ideas. Okay, let it run. And that one is good. Bring this back down. Come in here. Back to the maple trees. And we will also kind of do that. Some spruce trees. There. So when those grow up, if they ever do, those will be a nice little barrier there, and maybe I'll do another strip here. Freehanding these is kind of giving me some problems. There. Okay, well, those will grow up. So now we can just save that and head back to the region. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. So yeah, this one now is going to be wonky. I did want to do that, but why don't we head to this one next? So we don't have to worry about this one. We'll come back because I kind of want to do another thing here now that we're working on this, and then get sort of a mountain range. But I guess we'll work on this one next time. So I will end this one here, and I will see you then.